Have you ever felt like the most magical place on Earth is hiding something from you? I've spent years exploring every nook and cranny of Walt Disney World, taking notes on things even your most hardcore Disney cousin hasn't heard. In this episode, I'm spilling it all. The hidden passages, the weird policies, the engineering feats, and the insider hacks that can make or break your trip. We're going through 8 juicy secrets and strategies, starting with the one that most people get wrong before they even step foot in the park. And trust me, if you miss even one of these, you could end up wasting precious time or money, and nobody wants to regret that at the happiest place on Earth. Ready? Let's dive in. Secret number 1. Why you should not arrive before 10:30 a.m. Okay, first secret. And I know this might sound like blasphemy to some of you rope drop champions. Don't aim to arrive before 10:30 a.m. if you want to enjoy yourself. Hear me out. It's true that parks are often less crowded at opening, but those early hours have become a game of stamina. Families sprint to the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or dash to Pandora, and by noon, they're sweaty, grumpy, and ready to bail. I used to rope drop everything until a Disney planner friend introduced me to the sleep-in strategy. In late 2025, the folks at WDW Prep School recommended arriving at Animal Kingdom between 10:30 and 11 a.m. when stacking your Lightning Lane multi-pass reservations for afternoon and evening windows. They even suggested booking return times starting around 1 p.m. and focusing on attractions that have shorter lines or show seating until then. That means you can sleep in, enjoy a leisurely breakfast, and show up when most people are melting down in the midday heat. Not only will you avoid the morning rush, but you'll also be refreshed enough to stay until closing, when lines thin again. This late arrival approach shines at Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios because you can secure coveted rides like Flight of Passage or Rise of the Resistance for the afternoon. For Magic Kingdom and Epcot, try arriving at 11 a.m. and use your multi-pass or Lightning Lane single pass to stack the headliners later. Meanwhile, fill your morning with resort pool time, character breakfasts, or exploring Disney Springs. The sleep-in strategy isn't for first-time visitors on a one-day trip, but if you have multiple days or park hopper tickets, starting late can transform your vacation. It prevents burnout and ensures you're still energized for nighttime spectaculars and fireworks. Besides, there's a whole world of hidden details to uncover when you're not running with the rope drop herd. Secret number 2. The park you're walking in is actually the second floor. Let's kick things off with a mind-bender. Did you know Magic Kingdom is built on top of a giant underground tunnel system? Those asphalt streets of Main Street, USA are actually the second floor. Underneath, a utilidor network hides all the backstage magic. The cast members, in costume darting from one land to another, trash traveling by vacuum tubes, and supplies moving invisibly. Walt Disney insisted on this design after spotting a cowboy in Tomorrowland at Disneyland. Talk about breaking the illusion. During the Keys to the Kingdom tour, you can descend into the utilidors and see how it all works. I've taken this tour, and walking in these tunnels is like stepping into a secret city. If you've ever wondered how Cinderella's attendants appear magically on the parade routes, now you know. What's wild is that Disney's trash system uses vacuum tubes to whisk away rubbish at 60 miles per hour. That's why you never see overflowing bins. There's also a rule from Walt himself that there must be a trash can every 30 steps or so, because research showed that's how long someone is willing to hold on to trash before dropping it. Next time you're walking through Liberty Square and notice a trash can exactly where you need it, that's Imagineering at work. Secret number 3. The overlooked symbols on Main Street and beyond. Ever look up at the windows along Main Street? Each one bears a name that isn't random. They honor real Imagineers and people who helped build Disney. For example, Roy O. Disney's window reads Mastermind of Magic, and there's one for Walt's father, Elias, too. It's like a credits roll in movie form. I love pointing these out because they're easy to miss while rushing to a ride. Some windows also contain inside jokes. My favorite? A window for Retlaw Livery Company. Walter, spelled backwards. Another hidden homage sits outside the Haunted Mansion. Embedded in the pavement is what appears to be a wedding ring. Legend says it belongs to the ghost bride inside the mansion. In reality, it's just a piece of metal from an old gate. Disney embraces the myth, though, and I love watching kids squeal when they find the ring. And speaking of spooky, there's a real human skull in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. When the attraction opened, Imagineers used genuine skeletal remains to decorate the captain's quarters. Most have been replaced with replicas, but the skull above the bed remains real. A detail you might breeze past unless you know where to look. Hidden Mickeys are another obsession. They're scattered everywhere, carved into stone on Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid, and forming a constellation that only lines up on Mickey's birthday. Next time you board Spaceship Earth at Epcot, look for reused U.S. presidents, James Buchanan's face as Gutenberg, and Andrew Jackson disguised as a philosopher. The recycling of animatronics is one of Disney's green secrets. Talk about resourcefulness. Secret number 4. Nature's magic at Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom hides some of the most incredible engineering disguised as wilderness. On Kilimanjaro safaris, you'll notice lions perched majestically on rocks. Ever wonder why they never jump down toward the truck? A hidden moat about 18 feet deep and 21 feet wide keeps them safe from guests. From your perspective, it's invisible. There are also air-conditioned rocks in their enclosure to keep them comfortable in Florida's heat. My favorite fun fact to drop on hot days when people wonder why the lions are so chill. The Tree of Life, the park's icon, isn't just a beautiful statue. It has 103,000 hand-attached leaves and 325 animal carvings. Each carving is unique. You can spend an hour discovering animals you never noticed before. Disney's horticulturalists even hide nutritious plant parts in what they call browse feeders, disguised as broken limbs to encourage real animals to roam. And here's a quirky trivia bit. The park's entrance area was originally going to be named Genesis Gardens, but was changed to the Oasis to avoid religious connotations. One more secret. The bats at Maharaja Jungle Trek were trained to respond to a whistle. Bats usually use echolocation, but these have learned to come when called. And when the day ends, cast members play a special sound cue so animals know it's time to head back to their indoor quarters. That allows gardeners to plant and prune overnight without disturbing them. It's like a symphony of cooperation between humans and nature. Secret number 5. Epcot's hidden history and science. Epcot often gets overlooked for the most thrilling parks, but it's home to some of the coolest secrets. First, the Seas with Nemo and Friends Pavilion houses one of the largest aquariums in the United States. You can explore an entire sea base without even riding the Nemo attraction. Upstairs, there's a free observation area where you might catch divers feeding sea turtles or spotted eagle rays. Spaceship Earth isn't just a ride about communication, it's a museum of recycled presidents. Some of the audio animatronics were repurposed from the Hall of Presidents. You can spot James Buchanan's face reading, Andrew Jackson playing a lute, and even an animatronic that once was Theodore Roosevelt. Disney's Imagineers deliberately paint and dress them differently, but their profiles reveal the trick. And look toward Morocco when you ride the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror in Hollywood Studios. The tower is painted and designed so that it blends seamlessly with Epcot's Morocco Pavilion when viewed from the World Showcase. It's a masterclass in forced perspective and theming continuity. Here's a great budget-friendly tip. Join the Behind the Seeds tour at Living with the Land. For a small fee, you can walk through the greenhouses and learn how Disney grows giant cucumbers, Mickey-shaped pumpkins, and hydroponic gardens. You'll taste fresh cucumbers right off the vine and maybe meet a mischievous vine that touches you back. It's an underrated adventure and perfect if you love science. And if you're counting steps, know that the loop around World Showcase is about 1.2 miles. That's why your Apple Watch goes crazy after you've circled the world. And a quirky architectural secret? The Norway Pavilion's roof uses real grass called zoysia that stays green year-round. Disney hires horticulturists to trim it by hand. Also, don't miss Club Cool near the front of the park. It's the only place where you can sample international sodas for free. Be brave and try Beverly. Finally, when you watch the American Adventure Show, know that a hidden war wagon beneath the stage swaps giant sets and animatronic figures using a track system. The sets glide silently under your feet. You'll appreciate the engineering even more after knowing what's going on below. Secret number 6. Hollywood Studios' lost golden age. Hollywood Studios has reinvented itself, but it began as a working movie studio. In the 1990s, it hosted a satellite animation facility where classics like Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and The Lion King were animated. The all-new Mickey Mouse Club was filmed on its sound stages, launching the careers of Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears. By 2004, the animation studio closed, but you can still see remnants in the One Man's Dream exhibit and by studying the artwork lining the entrance to the park. When you ride the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, you'll find a fake restaurant called the Sunset Room. In the gift shop, there's a dusty 1939 menu from a fictional restaurant that never actually existed. These props were created to add authenticity to the hotel's story. Another little gem? The park is the only place where you can see Audrey Hepburn's handprints. She refused to make duplicates for Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood, so the ones at Disney are unique. And when Muppet Vision 3D was still around, while you were waiting in the queue, there was a sign on the door that said, "Back in 5 minutes, key is under mat." True to the Muppets' sense of humor, the key is not actually hidden. It is permanently attached to the floor, and the mat is a molded piece of flooring that fits over the key, leaving the key visible through a cutout. Essentially, the key is underneath the mat surface, but because there is a hole in the mat, you can see it and even try to pick it up, though it won't budge, so it was kind of useless. Anyway, moving on. Fun fact, none of the original 1989 opening day rides remain in their original form. Even Star Tours has been updated. Hollywood Studios is constantly evolving, which makes these artifacts feel like treasures from a bygone era. Before we jump into the next secrets, let's break things up a little bit. Quick lightning round. Did you know you can collect free celebration buttons from guest relations? Birthday, honeymoon, or first visit? The cast members will even decorate them for you. Another freebie, transportation trading cards. Bus, monorail, and ferry drivers hand out collectible cards if you ask. And there's a secret walkway between the France and United Kingdom pavilions at Epcot that takes you to the International Gateway entrance, where you can catch a boat ride to Hollywood Studios. It's a lifesaver when the front entrance gets crowded. Now that we've reset our brains with those quick wins, get ready for more jaw-dropping secrets. One of which involves a rule you'll probably break every day without realizing it. Secret number 7. Rules you didn't know you were following. Did you ever wonder why gum is nowhere to be found on Disney property? Walt Disney World doesn't sell chewing gum anywhere to keep the parks clean. You could bring your own, but by not offering it, Disney reduces the need to scrape gum off sidewalks, benches, and ride seats. It's a subtle rule that makes a huge difference. Likewise, many of the US flags on Main Street are not real flags. They're missing stars or stripes, so they aren't legally required to follow flag etiquette, like being taken down every night. There is one genuine flag in Town Square that they ceremonially raise and retreat every day. Worth catching if you love patriotic pageantry. Now, let's talk about restrooms. Liberty Square is meant to represent colonial America, so there are no bathrooms within that land because plumbing didn't exist then. The brown river winding through the pavement symbolizes sewage, and the building roofs have lanterns and shutters historically accurate to the period. Instead, you'll find restrooms at the entrances to nearby lands. Disney goes to extraordinary lengths for authenticity, even if it means guests walk a little further to use a restroom. Another unspoken rule? Ride vehicles and queue lines often hide interactive elements. In Toy Story Midway Mania, look up at the ceiling. There are giant game boards you never play, hinting at unused features. In Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, ask to be the pilot for an extra interactive experience. And at Muppet Vision 3D, when it was there were parody movie posters. These little details are there to reward curiosity. Secret number 8. Multipass hacks and money savers. Speaking of gaming the system, let's talk about the Lightning Lane Multipass. If you have a park hopper ticket, you can actually pay a lower price by starting at the cheapest park, like Animal Kingdom, and making your first reservation there. Once you redeem that first Multipass slot, you can immediately book rides at any other park. I used this strategy in November and saved nearly $15 on my Multipass package. It only works if you plan to hop anyway, but if you're headed to Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios later that day, this trick is gold. Combine that with mobile food ordering to save precious minutes. I've skipped 30-minute lines at Sleepy Hollow and Docking Bay 7 by ordering on my Disney Experience app. Choose your pickup time, tap I'm here when you arrive, and your food magically appears. You can even grab a seat at your table and people watch while others queue up. Another little money saver? Free KitKat postcards in each World Showcase Pavilion. They're cute souvenirs and keep kids busy stamping and drawing. Pin trading is another fun way to engage with cast members. Bring a handful of inexpensive pins from an online marketplace and trade for unique designs all over the resort. And on Main Street, you can ride in vintage vehicles like a horse-drawn trolley or the classic fire engine for free in the morning and sometimes around parade time. Cast members will even let you ring the bell. If you're celebrating something special, make a stop at Cinderella Castle. Nestled within the castle is a lavish suite originally built for Walt's family, now reserved for contest winners and special guests. While we can't stay there, you can often peek at the floor's stained glass from the princess meet and greet or book a tour that includes a glimpse. Alright, let's shake things up again. Did you know there's a jar of pickled sausages hidden in the Tower of Terror? Imagineers placed it behind the photo pickup area as a joke, and it's been there ever since. Over in Be Our Guest restaurant, the cherubs on the ceiling are modeled after Imagineers' babies. Talk about a personal touch. And rumor has it that some guests have tried to scatter ashes of loved ones in the Haunted Mansion. Don't do that. It's illegal, and cast members immediately stop the ride and clean it up. Oh, and let's not forget the Liberty Tree near Liberty Square, a live tree over 100 years old that was relocated 8 miles to the park. Imagineers collect their acorns so they can replant if needed. These stories remind us that Disney World is full of quirky, heartfelt tales that only surface when you slow down and listen. Secret number 9. Scent engineering and immersive magic. Our final secret is right under your nose, literally. Disney pumps carefully curated scents into different areas of the park via devices nicknamed smellitizers. On Main Street, the bakery scent you smell comes from vents hidden above you. In Pirates of the Caribbean, the salty sea air and gunpowder smell are also manufactured. Over at Soarin', scents change with each landscape: orange groves, pine forests, even ocean mist. This olfactory magic tricks your brain into believing what you see. It's such an effective technique that you might not even realize it's happening until you leave and suddenly crave a cinnamon roll. Disney also uses clever lighting and forced perspective to make buildings appear taller, like Cinderella Castle is just 189 feet tall, but the bricks get smaller as they go up, making it look towering. And the Liberty Tree's lanterns each represent one of the 13 original colonies. Small details that enrich the story. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's the coolest Disney secret you've experienced? Have you taken the Utilidor tour? Found the key under the mat? Drop a comment below and let's chat. And if you enjoyed this insider dive, hit that like button, share the magic with a friend, and subscribe for more hidden stories from the world's most enchanting destinations. Don't forget to click the next video popping up on your screen right now. We're exploring the backstage secrets of another beloved attraction, and you won't want to miss it. Your adventure is just beginning.